Bam, what? Hey Project Dads. I've spent the last few days here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Come here with my family every year for the past 18 years, I guess. And I always bring TallBike with me. So I thought I would go through the top questions that are asked to me when I'm riding the TallBike. And along the way, I might tell you a little bit about this place.
It does say that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought
It does.
It does say that.
Yes, it does. That's what it says. And it is the name of the town. It's not saying...
Yes, it is. It's welcome to that.
All right, so the main question that I get asked every time I'm riding a TallBike is...
How do you get up?
How do you get on it? That's what everybody wants to know. How do you get on it? A lot of people think that I'll have to lean it up against a building or a sign or something, but I just use the pegs. I use one step here, my second step is up here, and then I throw my leg over and I ride away. The whole time holding on to the handlebars. Now, this is the same process, whether it's this one or my much taller ones, but I'm going to show you right now. First step, pedal, and you're riding. Behind me is the exact same payphone that Harrison Ford used in the movie The Witness back in, I don't know when that was made, and it still works. The second most asked question, usually it comes along with the first one, how do you get on that thing, is...
How do you get off that thing?
How do you get off that thing? It's the same in reverse. The only thing that you need to remember is when I'm on there, my left foot is going to be on this pedal, and that's the same side I have a peg on. So I have to keep my left foot up here, swing my right foot around onto the peg, and you'll see me do that in just a minute. And then to get off of it, I just step off real slow. I go down to that step, and I back down again.
Oh, wow.
So, another question I get asked all the time is, where do you get these? Did you make this? And if you haven't watched my other video, the link's going to be right up here, and you can see exactly how I make all my TallBikes, but it was specifically me making this one. Before we get back to the bikes, I just wanted to explain why I like this place so much. Like I said, we've been coming here for years and years. But even the people who live around here question, why do you come here? And I guess the answer is just that it's relaxing. It's just beautiful. We've come here nearly every season of the year, and it's always so beautiful, so well kept. It's just a slow way of life. Even though there's hustle and bustle going on around us, from where people who live around here are going on with their daily activities, we can just slow down, relax, take in the countryside. We eat a lot of food here. I like to meet people, and the TallBike helps me meet people. But it's just a lot of fun. I love visiting the antique stores. The hardware stores here have things for people who, like me, who like to build things that are not in any hardware stores that I've ever been in before, because people around here are building things and making things the way that they were made 50 and 100 years ago. So it's just, I guess it's an acquired taste. But if you ever get the chance to come into Pennsylvania, swing by. Don't just drive through, stop and take a look. Just breathe it in. Just beware, it might smell like cow poop. But anyway, I love this place. ride, and people love to say, is it hard? I couldn't balance that thing. Well, the truth is, riding a tall bike is as easy as riding a regular bike. If you could ride one, the hardest part we've already gone over. Getting on it, getting off of it is the hardest part. Once you're up there, it rides like a regular bike, plus you have an advantage. Not just the height advantage, being able to see what's coming, but the fact that the balance is so much slower. If I have this, my daughter's scooter, and I let it go, it falls over very quickly. If I take the tall bike, because most of the weight's up here, if I let it go, it almost wants to stay up by itself before it falls over. So you have a better chance to correct when you're up there. So actually, when you're on the saddle, riding one of these is easier than riding a regular bike. I've told you before, I feel very safe on these bikes. The reason I feel safe is what I talked to you about with the balance. It balances very slow, and I can ride this a lot slower than I would a regular bike. Plus, if I see anything I need to, besides the regular dismount process, I could actually just do kind of a panic and just hop off and be good. I guess the biggest question I get asked is why? Well, it's fun. It makes people smile. I think that's the best thing, is that it makes people smile. It opens up communication, lets me have conversations I normally wouldn't have, because people want to go, why? Why would you do this? They ask all the other questions and they just say, but it's safer for me because I know how to ride it. It's safer because people can see me coming and they give me more room. It's safer because of that. I love that I can see up and around corners, through intersections, over fences. I mean, that sounds a little creepy, but anyway. I just love the way it makes me feel. It's like you're flying. It makes you pay more attention to what's around you. I guess until you ride one, you'll never really know why. Okay. Well, this is just one bicycle and another bicycle welded on the top. And I make these myself, just for fun. Yeah. And then once you're on the top, it rides just like a regular bike.
So how hard is it to get your
The balance is easy.
Really?
It's because it's like, it's actually easier than balancing a short bike.
Okay.
Because you fall over slower. because you're constantly balancing.
Yeah,
But the hardest part is getting on it.
Yeah, sure.
But I use my step right here and here. And so I go and push. Yeah. Once I'm standing on there, then I can step onto there and go.
Oh, wow.
Once you're a little taller, you can try it. She rides one. That's
Yeah.
my oldest daughter. And my two younger kids do it as well. But I make different sizes for them.